So I'm joined here with Aaron Connolly and Jason L'Italian, the co-founders and managers and leaders of Brushmill by the Waterfall, one of the hottest new restaurants in Connecticut, which hasn't even opened yet, but we're incredibly excited to be here with you and to try some of your cuisines tonight. Welcome, guys. Thank you for having us and talking with us. Let's just start off, though, with kind of how this all came to be up until this point. You know, how you guys met, how this idea came to fruition, and how ultimately this beautiful restaurant on the Waterfall came to be.
Well, I'd actually like to say it was a big thing for me in jumping out was during the pandemic. I realized there were some directional changes that I wanted to do, and I felt leadership-wise in the company that we were formerly with, they had taken a different direction, and it wasn't as employee-centric as it had previously been and as we would have liked. So I wanted to start my own business where I could be a champion of those ideals. We'd like to be the Connecticut restaurant, the destination that people think of when they want the best possible experience and meal in the state of Connecticut. That's something we'd like to do.
Definitely want to be innovators in this space. We want to expose the folks in Chester and throughout Connecticut to food they may be accustomed to, but not have necessarily seen this way or in this form.
So I'm really interested to know about the history of this place, right? It's a Brushmill by the Waterfall, right?
Yes.
What is that? Tell us about that.
So the name actually likens to exactly what it was. The main part of this building was actually built in 1859, and it was a standard operating brush mill all the way through World War II through the late 60s. What's fantastic about this building is we still have all of the old pulley systems are still oiled with the whale fat because it never renders through. And if you get up there and you push them, all those pulleys will move. It's funny enough, during our renovations, we actually found a letter dated Victory over Japan Day thanking the Gladding's Brush Mill for their civic service during World War II because the bell tower here, the bell, was used as a local air raid siren during the time period.
And we're going to use that bell to start dinner service every night. So being
Really?
history majors, it was really important for us to keep a lot of the history and as much of it as we could.
Let's be frank, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people that maybe haven't experienced fine dining before or haven't experienced it often can be quite nervous, actually.
Absolutely.
Especially going to a new fine dining establishment. And we've spoken off screen a little bit about how you guys are willing to guide people, to teach people,
yes.
make it an enjoyable learning experience, not one where you feel like, well, my nose isn't up in the air enough to go there, right? It's fine dining, but it's casual fine dining.
Absolutely.
Which is, I think, what people are after today.
We want it to be accessible, and accessibility is so important to us. So we want you to feel comfortable coming, and if you haven't been to a fine dining or this is your first fine dining, we'll help you. We'll help you, and we're happy to have you.
Here we are, we're in the kitchen of Brushmill by the Waterfall, and it's the most exciting place, I think. This is where the magic happens, right?
Yeah.
I am here with Executive Chef Joe and our Chef de Cuisine, Adam. And they're going to tell us a little bit about what makes Brushmill, or what's going to make Brushmill the greatest restaurant in Connecticut. What I really enjoyed hearing about was your foraging. I understand that you like to forage and really, you know, we all talk about farm to table. We all talk about using, you know, sustainable food and using everything. These guys really have it down. I am so excited to taste this.
This looks amazing.
So this right here is a grilled bronzino. The sauce underneath is salsa roja. Some nice
I love that sauce.
shishito peppers and garlic scapes from one of our local farms. So I just did a little quick grill on those. And then same thing with a little bit of little gem lettuce. Did a quick grill on that as well. And then what we have next is our peel and eat shrimp. Gonna get your hands dirty with this one.
Okay.
But what I did is I made a fish sauce caramel. On top, got some lime juice, crunchy garlic, basil, and cilantro.
And for the dish on your left there is cod cheeks, lightly cured in citrus, salt, and a little sugar, then confit in brown butter, dusted with dried mint, and then underneath you have a leek fondue with brown butter, hazelnuts, a charred scallion sauce, and Chiron as well, which is a classic French egg-based sauce. On the right, we have a chicken breast that has been pounded out, and a farce or stuffing was made with the thighs. And then we have a bean ragu, and then the radishes are tossed in tapache, which is the fermented pineapple solution I showed you earlier,
Yes.
and a lime vinaigrette as well.
Thank you, Chef Joseph and Chef Adam.
Absolutely,
For this.
our pleasure. Yes,
It
it's
was-
very nice.
It's been a real
It was
pleasure.
more than
pleasure.
exciting
You guys
to watch you cook in
Thank you
there.
so
Incredibly
much.
talented.
Thank you so
you.
much.
And what I'll say is, I've been to some of the best Michelin-starred restaurants all around the world. This food competes with any of them, and this is absolutely a Chilton and Chadwick endorsed menu, restaurant, and venue.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
Really
much.
appreciate that.
Job
We'll
well
be here
done.
Thank you
soon.
guys.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, let's dig in.